Good evening. My name is Mos Lingua. I'm from Mozambique. I'll be your host tonight in this program, Mozambique Salt and Pepper, Voices of the Unheard. Yes, indeed. It's been quite a while. The elections in Mozambique on the 9th of October 2024. Since then, Mozambique has gone in a situation that to explain in few words is impossible. Mozambique has gone in a turmoil, a political situation where there is no definition who is the winner. The Electoral Commission has come out and declared FRELIMO and their candidate, Mr. Daniel Chapo, as the winners with 70%. The question is, if the ruling part FRELIMO has win with 7%, 70%, 70, and the opposition has 20, why the citizens of Mozambique are protesting? Where are the 70% that support FRELIMO? And how? That is the question, the big question. Today, I'm going to bring to you two voices of people. Maybe you heard them somewhere else, but going to be first time in this channel. I am Mos Lingua, that is my name. I do have another channel in Portuguese, but this is Mos Talk Show. This is a channel where we speak in English for those who never heard what's going on in Mozambique. I'll try my best and bring to you a very precise information how things have developed in Mozambique by hear other people. Welcome, it is Antonia. Good evening, Antonia. I was doing some introduction here.
Oh,
Today,
fantastic. Good
yeah,
evening, everyone.
yes, Antonia. Tonight,
Thank you for inviting me here.
yeah, tonight, uh, people want to hear about what's going on in Mozambique. So our program tonight is a series of programs that more Sempapa na Lingua will be developed here in English for voices of unheard people. You are one of those voices that people can't heard, people they don't know what the hell's going on in your own country. So therefore, welcome.
Thank you.
We're gonna have somebody else will join us from Mozambique. We hope,
Wonderful.
yeah. So let's start this conversation. Before the rules of the game here is 3 minutes roughly to answer the question, so we can answer most of the questions so people can hear,
Okay.
understand what we're talking about. Yes, where Mozambique come from up to date? How Mozambique reached to this point? That there's so much turmoil, so much problems, and
Hmm.
this is affecting heavily the South African economy. South African economy has been hurt big time, and the government, the opposition, the leaders, they don't want to come out. And for first time, we realize the South African economy, at least 45% of the economy depends on Mozambique
It
labor.
depends on Mozambique. And this is something that many South Africans don't know. They think South Africa provides everything for itself. I'm so happy that the South African people actually has to see, they have to know that everything, most of the things that they belong here, usually come from Mozambique. They are
Yes,
nothing
indeed.
without Mozambicans. So stop, you know, like um, looking down on people. Stop it. It doesn't
Yeah,
work. You don't even know how you survive on a daily basis.
yeah. And one of the biggest corporations affecting South Africa is Sasol and
Yes. And that's gone.
Sasol, yeah, Sasol have a lot of interest, big interest in gas in the south of Mozambique. And one of the things recently has been discussed, there is no meter. South Africans, they pump the gas like water. They only
Yeah.
give an individual, not to the state of Mozambique. They pay this individual few peanuts in dollars and private account offshore, not the state of Mozambique. But anyway, and ESCOM almost get free power supply from Cabora Bassa. So let's start here in a way. You live in South Africa, and
Yeah.
the broadcast people in South Africa, most of the media, the world of media, have this narrative that the opposition in Mozambique got only 20%. If the opposition in Mozambique only got 20%, why the people of Mozambique are protesting? Can you, in 3 minutes, tell me?
Do you mind repeating the question? Sorry, I
The question
didn't.
is the narrative sold in South Africa by the ANC and the
Mm.
broadcast, the YouTubers and the other medias that they have in South Africa is that the opposition in Mozambique got 20% and the ruling party,
That is Venancio Mondlane,
yeah,
the 20%, right? That's what
yeah,
they claim, yes?
yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
claim.
And the
And
ruling party, 70%.
7%. Could you explain how? Why this narrative, knowing that 49 years the slavery and brutality in Mozambique by FRELIMO? How these South Africans, what they're smoking? Because it seems like South Africa is very hurt, and now they have dispatched the minister to have a conversation with the Mozambique government because to make a show. The intention is that South African government want to show the corridor of Komati Port is working for them. It's not closed. It's not. It's functional. They
Mm.
want the army to intervene and all that because they start to feel the pain. 45 of the economy depend on the
On
uh,
Mozambique.
in Mozambique. 30% is cash flow,
Mm-hmm.
goods, food, and another 50%, 15% comes for the trade of trucks taking coal up and down. So why South Africa now has come and raised the voice to FRELIMO, say, hey, listen, our economy is being hurt. We are losing money, Malanga, White River, Komati Port, all those areas have been affected. Why now? Because it seems like the South African people have stabbed the people of Mozambique in the back, big time. What is your point
Indeed.
of view?
Mm.
Yes, what is
Oh,
your point of
right.
view?
Okay. So indeed, like South Africa is very desperate because most of their 41% of their economy come from Mozambique. They depend on Mozambique. It's so sad that this ANC doesn't teach the young South Africans and all the South Africans as a whole that they depend on Mozambique to survive. Actually, you know, and that not everything is fabricated by South Africa. They don't get everything like from here. Not everything is made in South Africa. They depend on other countries, and this is why they actually gone to Mozambique and they send the military to go and start what is this to start defending the FRELIMO in Mozambique because they are so scared because the economy now is also like it's facing a lot of problems, downflow in terms of money and all of these things. And so, therefore, this is why they're in Mozambique to actually support FRELIMO so he can still stay in power and South African can still get stuff from Mozambique for almost nothing. Then the FRELIMO leaders are so, I mean, how do you call these people? Illiterate, that they sell their country to other people for absolutely
Yeah.
10%. The South Africans are getting like 70%, and they're getting like, let's say, example, if it's 100%, the South Africans are getting 90. The Mozambique leaders are getting 10%, and it goes straight into their pockets. It's greedy people, they don't know how to negotiate things, and they just think for themselves. They don't think for all of us Mozambican, because we're not benefiting for every business that South Africa is actually dealing with FRELIMO at this point. We're not benefiting for 50. We haven't been benefiting for 50 years. It's just going and benefiting these people that are busy taking these monies and investing outside. And this is why South Africa is coming over here with a full mouth and actually lying to everyone that FRELIMO is the leader. They won by 70%, and the opposite leader claims that he is the winner with his 20%, and trying to damage our president Venancio Mondlane's reputation, so they can still have these stupid deals with the FRELIMO in Mozambique, because they're sucking out a lot out of Mozambique. The South Africans themselves, the citizens of South Africa, they don't know that with
Could
just
you
a little
explain?
Mozambique passing up and down, they are making 6 million a day by someone just coming through the border and going up and down. They make 6 million a day, like $6 million a day. And this truck, the tourism, they make like $150 million a day.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
whatever they're taking from Mozambique, the other 41% they're having from Mozambique, like the gas, the petrol, and all of those things. And many of those things for Mozambicans are expensive. For us in Mozambique, the electricity is expensive, the gas is expensive. We don't have opportunity for anything. And the cement to even build our houses are expensive. But everything is sold for free for South Africa. It's insane. But when you come to South Africa, things are cheaper. And then we come to understand that Mozambique has everything to go right. We have the best lands more than South Africa. We plant rice in Mozambique, which South Africa doesn't even have opportunity to do so. They fabricate their rice called testic. It's fabricated. It's a rice made out of mealy meal grains. And most of the rice, basmati, whatever, and other things come from Mozambique. It's planted in Mozambique, but yet it's so expensive for us. And yet we have to depend on South Africa to eat. This
how
government
could
is
you
just
explain?
messed up. The regime is messed up beyond repair. We need Venancio Mondlane, and all this nonsense will stop. South Africa has to pay the debts of the electricity they have with the Mozambicans. They gotta pay everything that they owe to Mozambicans that is going to a Portugal bank account. Most of the money South Africa pays to Mozambique, whatever they take, it goes to a Portuguese bank account. What the hell is that? They think we don't know anything. They're over there trying to defend these guys, and all the drugs that pass through Malawi, Cabo Delgado, Malawi, Tanzania, and reach to South Africa. And then they're
Okay,
complaining
sister.
about the drugs, and they are taking the wrong people, which are Nigerians. They are just drug sellers, for Christ's sake. The leaders are your presidents. Okay, I'll let you
Okay.
speak.
Okay. Thank you, Armando, for come and for join us. You have the microphone off. Armando is talking from Mozambique.
Nice. Hi, Armando.
Uh, Armando, you got your microphone off. Can you hear us, Armando? Hello, Armando's kicking up. Sister, let's see if we can. Hello, Armando, you got your microphone off. Hello? Well, Armando may not hear
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Armando? Well, while Armando prepare himself, Armando, can you greet Mozambique? Can you talk? Can we hear you? Well, Armando got the problems the other side. So,
Yeah.
sister, 3 minutes, okay?
Yes.
How can be explained a country in a turmoil with a country with 34 million of people and 99.9 of the citizens on the
The
streets
poor.
and fight against this government, and this government say won the elections with 7%, and
Hmm?
uh, and the people have managed to get hold of so much information from this party that this party has manipulated the election. Even their own people, their
Exactly.
own people. Yeah. How that can be? Let me see, Armando. Armando, Armando, can you hear me? Armando. Armando, can
Hello,
you hear me?
good night, sir.
Yeah, good
Good night,
evening.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
welcome. Welcome. This is Mo Sempa Lingua. So tonight we are talking about Mozambique, salt and pepper. You know, salt and pepper is the way we live, and the voice of unheard. So we have it is Antonia in Johannesburg and you in Maputo. Can you give us a very quick uh, perspective or retrospective of what's going on in these last few days in Maputo, if you don't mind? Again, your microphone is off. You have 3 minutes to greet the people and give us a retrospective what's going on in Mozambique in these few days. Armando.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, by joining me in this meeting. I'm apologize because I'm a little bit late. Yeah, I got some technical problems here. Even I can't hear it clearly. But my name is Armando, as you said. You pronounce it very well. Yes, it's a really a very it's a really a pleasure to have this opportunity to talk about what is going on here in our native country. You know, I'm so I'm so upset. I'm not happy with what is happening at this last time here in our country. One of the aspects I can I can tell is that uh, yeah, I predict. I think I could understand that. Uh, I think it will be on 2023 of this month. The Constitutional Council will announce the results. Will announce the results, and every one of us, we are very worried to see. We are very worried to know. Uh, after 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 all, who will take this nation, or who will take this country, he will be elected president. Uh, because of that, many things are happening here under the control. I think. I mean, beyond the control. I'm talking about what happened to the government. Has a representative, and I'm talking to the what is happening among us as the people of this country. We seems to be fighting, and I think this will go on and will very intensify when the council constitutional announced the results on the 23rd of this month. Because what we are predicted to see is that maybe we'll have a war in Mozambique. We'll have a war because even now we didn't have the results yet, but we are fighting. Imagine when we will have the results yet. I think we'll have a war in Mozambique, and this will improve too much when the Constitutional Council give the victory to this political party called FRELIMO, because it's the party which everyone hates, which everyone is tired of, because we are almost 15 years, I mean, not 15, 50 years suffering with this political party. We are still poor, we are still colonized, we are still dying like chickens. They kill us like a chicken. You know, you don't have opportunity time. You are not given a time to talk. You know what we call a free speech. You don't have a free speech in Mozambique. As long as you talk a little bit something related to the to the new idea, you overview in Mozambique. I think you yes you okay, it's really overview. No, I need to say, you point of view in Mozambique. It's one bullet for you. It's one bullet for you.
Yeah. Armando, how do you feel Venancio latest announcement that news has called him? How the people has reacted that news has called Venancio and threatened Venancio? Well, the question is for you. While we are waiting for him, it is Antonia.
Oh,
How do
I can tell.
you?
Oh, he's gone. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize he's gone. Oh my god. Yeah. So anyway, um, yeah, he's trying to intimidate Mr. Venancio Montlane. He's trying to. He knows that if intimidates him, he knows that he's automatically intimidating us too, because he knows that Venancio has 99% of people of Mozambique, and so therefore everybody's behind him. So he's doing this, to actually manipulate, to actually make us feel scared. Like we're gonna have to cause war in Mozambique when Lucia Ribeiro, the president of the Constitutional Council, announces the results this on Monday, on the 23rd. So we don't have to like actually have a war or an uproar or something like that. So this is why he's saying that he's going to call for the state of emergency. So we can just like be scared and back down, but we shouldn't, because this is the dictatorship's key, is to get you, in that position, to actually make you scared, to intimidate you, so you can actually lose all your energies and self-esteem, and you don't have to go forward. So you can doubt yourselves, and so we can just stand still and just watch him to ruin us, our lives in our country for another 5 years. So yeah, we're not intimidated by that. And I'm so happy that Mr. Venancio Mondlane, the president elected by the people of Mozambique, did not feel intimidated by these assassins, which is amazing, which is good, because we are not backing down. We are going for it.
Okay, Armando, can you explain how is Mozambique after this conversation between Mr. News and Mr. Mondlane, Mr. Venancio, that News has threatened put in a state of emergency? How the people in Mozambique feel?
Looks like his mic is off and he's having like a two conversation.
Yes,
How the people in
yes.
Mozambique feel? Hello?
Think calm. I don't
Yeah.
know if it is because of this conversation happened between Mr. President and Mr. Montani. I don't know, but I could hear some people talking that, saying that maybe we will have an emergency
State.
time after this. I mean, during these days, so that or the president news will continue governing for some time. But I had this kind of information, but I can't prove it, but I heard it from some people, because I didn't really see this conversation between Monglani and the news.
Yeah.
Uh,
But how do you feel if on 23rd that the Constitutional Council comes and overrules everything, the expectation of the people, and say Daniel Sharp is the president and FRELIMO has won? Do you think the country will go deep in a turmoil, or the country will be on fire?
Yeah, I think will be Mozambique will be on a fire. Will be in a terrible fire, because, as I was saying before, we are really tired. People are tired. by being sacrificed every time. Our natural resources are being exploited for the another people, and without some income for the Mozambique, and for our people. We are very, very, very tired. I think we'll be a while in Mozambique. As one of those days, I thought maybe Mozambique will be like a Somalia one of these days. Will be like a Somalia. Would be like
Haiti,
another.
Haiti,
Yes, yes, 80,
Somalia and Haiti.
80. Because here we'll have a war. Because what is happening now, it's that we have a many in Somalia and 80 years. Because we have a lot of people of region countries interested on our natural resources now. The
Exactly.
idea is that they need to divide the country. They needed to divide the country because they needed to build some big states in enough of a Mozambique. That state will be very rich because of these natural resources we have, and will be the foreign forces to guide this country, this part of the country. And are, are, are people are knowing this information. They have this kind of information, and they can't afford it. I
Armando,
think it will be very difficult. It will be hard and difficult days, I think.
yeah, Armando, let me ask Antonia. Antonia, what do you think about Armando comments? What is your point of
Oh my
view?
gosh, I am boiling right now. I feel like I hate the atomic bomb to actually bomb the bloody whole Mozambique. This is what I want to do right now. This is what I want to do. Everybody must just go to the forest and we just need to bomb all these FRELIMO out. This is
Yeah,
what I
but
feel like.
Armando has mentioned
Who
here
takes
something
our
that,
country? Yeah, I
yeah,
heard about that too.
listen,
That's going to be dividing and
he's
now we have
mentioned,
all the.
he's
Pardon?
mentioned here something, he's mentioned here something interesting, that there are a lot of foreigners, and then there is
Yes,
this foreigners armed forces in Mozambique, and it seems like the country's been going to be split. But it's not quite strange that Frelimo does not have people to come to the out and defend themselves. It's not quite strange. What
it is
how
very
re-
strange. I thought they had this.
what really is wrong here in this what I can say in this problem, in this turmoil? There is something here that we as Mozambican citizens we are not understanding. Are the international interests above the humanity of Mozambique people?
They're not even interested in humanity in Mozambique or whatever humanity is facing right now. They're not. The international is not interested. We on our own. Let's just face it. We on our own. No matter how much we try to call the international for help, the lazy SADC leaders who are busy sleeping with their big stomachs, which are not doing anything at all. They just sit there and they scratch themselves, and that's all they do all day. And these international France, whatever, and many others. I mean, France is the one. Isn't Manuel Macron the
The leader. But
yeah, the
France,
leader of the
France
European
had a
Union,
serious yeah, but
isn't it?
France, the government just collapsed. The French
Really?
government just collapsed. Yeah, he's still the main man in charge, but the real government, the institutions, they need a new prime minister, new ministers, I
Okay.
think so. Yeah,
Okay.
but
So anyway, going back
what
to
is the
your
real problem
question,
here? What the real problem here
we
is?
see Frelimo did say before that they have 5 million Frelimo men, isn't it? They have 5 million comrades or candidates or whatever they are. We don't see them at all. Now we see Uganda, Rwanda, we see South African soldiers, we see all of these people in our country and guarding the gas, what is this company that whatever the gas. When they
Sazol,
exploiting guests, yes, they
yeah,
are
yeah.
guarded. It's guarded by foreigners, just like Armando said. Um, and why Frelimo is not sharing all of that with the Mozambicans? Because there's so many of us. We're 34 million. We can guard our country very well. We don't need foreigners. We don't need foreigners in Mozambique at all. And we can see now that this person, he actually sold our country. He sold
Yeah,
our
but
country like they
sorry,
did in
Antonia.
Congo.
Yeah, sorry, Antonia. Here there is a dilemma. There is a dilemma that Frelimo doesn't want to talk to Venancio. And then also there is a dilemma. We don't see international support to the cause of Mozambique. The problem is going to Mozambique. We know Venancio has spoke. I think today he spoke to the European Union.
European Union.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's been spoken to different. We saw him done webinar with different individualities from southern region of of Africa and other people with communities and so forth. But where's the key of this problem? Who have who can unlock the problem? Is the people or is
We,
the
we, the people of Mozambique, can unlock the problem. We don't need the bloody European Union.
how?
We don't
How?
need anyone.
We
What
we as a
Syria needs,
president, we
who
have a
unlocks Syria?
yeah, we have yeah. Okay, Syria is a business. There is another
Mm.
story. Yeah, but here is something quite interesting. In the last minute, in the last minute, we see this South African minister talk to the minister of President News. What was that? Why the police is talking to the minister of police? Why is not talking to the minister of foreign affairs of Mozambique? That means
Exactly.
there is an intervention. South Africa is preparing intervention, military
Good
Yes,
question.
South
intervention.
Africa has already prepared intervention. I was actually speaking to my brother today, this morning. He actually told me, Mana, there is police. I mean, there is South African military armored cars outside there in their areas. There is Uganda. There is what is this? Rwanda soldiers. They are all over Mozambique already. They already South Africa deployed their men the day before yesterday. They're all there.
So, Armando, what is your point of view? What do you know?
I think yeah, it's very, very, very strange to have this kind of forces of foreign forces in our countries without knowing what really they need to do. Uh, I'm very surprised to see. I'm very surprised to see South African force here, our neighbors here. They need to
Hmm?
fight against ourselves. It's something I can't understand until now. We have Rwanda's men there, Rwanda's soldiers. They were killing our brothers there in Cabo Delgado. There seems to be
Exactly.
a black European. I don't know what's happening, but in my point of view, I think it's a business interest. This country
Yes.
is really sold. Mozambique is
Okay,
sold at all.
so
It's really
so there
sold.
is need. There
What
is
is
a
missing now?
yeah.
Yeah, I was saying what is missing now is to have this kind of forces of foreign forces fighting is against. I mean, fighting among them, and they will victimize the people. They will victimize us as we are the citizens of this country. I think it's what is missing now because they will start fighting. I think black people will fight against black people is what was happening. Here we
Yes.
will fight here with our neighbors. This is what will happen in advance.
Okay, so Armando, what is the worst scenario on your own point of view? Frelimo can't produce electoral results, cannot produce any proof that has won. So there is a dilemma. Frelimo does not have any
Proof
paperwork,
of their
yeah,
wins.
and any paperwork. So there is two
Mm.
scenarios, and the most likely scenario is that when the Constitutional Council comes announce Daniel Sharp as the president as the big winner, the country goes in turmoil and news declare the state of emergency. Do you think Frelimo will last if they declare the state of emergency, or Frelimo have to find a way before the 23 become a settlement with the nation?
Yeah, this the what will happen is that um I was saying that before that will be a war as well because um Frelimo uh, he will do all the best he can, you know,
Mm.
uh, to protect their their business because what is happening now, it's not something related now to the governor or to the political. This is a business issues. This
It's a
is a
business
business.
issue.
Uh, 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 yes, this is a business. What is being
Basically, what you are
touched? I mean, what
saying,
is what?
what you are saying, Mozambique is a business country, is a where
Yeah.
everybody
Yes,
And the
this
way
is a
everybody
field
makes money,
for.
where everybody cultivate gold,
is not
electricity,
a country.
petrol, gas,
It's not
everything.
a country. Is
No,
something
it's a
out.
business.
Is like anybody comes buy a piece of land, does what it
Mm,
does, and the
yes.
Muslim people they don't have nothing to say.
Of course, it's
Basically,
what is happening now. It's what is
That's
happening.
what has been happening for 50 years.
okay,
It's what is
gentlemen.
happening.
Yeah,
That's why what's
gentlemen.
happening in Capital Guard is that some foreign countries they came and buy some place, they explore our resources, then kill other they then after that kill the citizen there. It's what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's what
Okay.
if you want to build. I mean, if you want to have a farm, if you want to have some farm, what you do is to cut off the trees, you know, so that you will plant what you need to plant. It's what is happening there. It's
But
the same thing.
yeah, we had the guy
They
here
see
on
Mozambique
the.
as a field.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, this is More Semper Pagina Lingua, my channel called More's Talk Show. Welcome. We have 19 people. If you're new here, please subscribe, join to the channel, activate the notification button. Please share this live. We have Armando, it is Antonia. It is Antonia, she have a channel. Please support her and go visit the channel. It's really very good information. And then it is Armando is a citizen of Mozambique, the regular man on the street doing his life and comes here is those voices you never heard, is those citizens, they just come to share his point of view. Well, before we finish the live, we have 37 minutes and then we still have around 5 minutes to go. 2 minutes for Antonia and 2 minutes for Armando. Let's Antonia in 2 minutes. Antonia, where is the 70% that Frelimo claim? Will on the 23 Mozambique come like what happened in Kenya?
Yes, I think it's gonna come exactly what happened in Kenya. You know, like a lot earlier on, I had like a one of my I think a subscribers or somebody that watches me says that, oh my gosh, they Gen Z, that means the young people, they know exactly what to do this time. They've learned a lot from Kenya because Kenya did exactly that like a few years ago. We were like, yeah, we have learned. Anyway, so that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be war in Mozambique, on the Mozambican soil. We do not want South Africa involved in our matters because we know that South Africa is just there for business matters, not to protect the citizen. After all, this is not about the people of Mozambique. It's about killing the people of Mozambique in order for them to get their bread and butter, in order for them to get their monies from Mozambique to exploit our country. The people of the country don't matter at all. This is what we see here. And we see there are also Zimbabwean soldiers, which you guys forgot to mention. Zimbabwean soldiers, Malawian soldiers are in Mozambique. They are dressed as Mozambicans with a Mozambican uniform, and they are fighting us dressed as our own. So our ones are not really killing people there. They who are killing are Rwandese, Zimbabweans, Malawians, and the other ones. This is what I heard. I heard that they dressed up these those are the ones. They're like they're standing there too, but they don't shoot anymore. One of them came up here and told us, said, "No, we don't shoot. We are not shooting. We Mozambique are not shooting." These ones were the ones told to go actually shoot and kill. We don't have the courage to kill our brothers and sisters. And it's so shame that they all got overpowered by foreign military, foreign soldiers, and wearing their own uniform. disguised as them. This is a complete, it's like an imposter, It's so sad. It's crazy, but it's gonna be war, whether they like it or not. We need to get Uganda out. Whatever their deals they had with FRELIMO, they must follow Nyusi, they must follow Veronica Makamu, they must follow Pasquale Aranda, Bernardino, all of them. Lucia Ribeiro, they must follow all these people. And Ibo Shuni, what's his name again? Sheila Nibo. They must follow those people. They mustn't follow us. Mozambique is for Mozambicans. We need to take everyone out of our land. If it's war that all of these soldiers need with the Mozambicans, they're going to have exactly that. Let's see what the world is going to say now. Like, why are you killing people in their own land? That's exactly what the world is going to say. Why you are an intruder who is going to somebody's home and start killing for no reason. You had a big deal
Antonia,
with
our
someone,
time is
and now
running
you're
out.
killing the wrong people because we don't want South Africans or anyone. And when Venancio comes into power, I'm going to start cutting every electricity. I'm going to be dismantling everything. I promise you. All the deals that are clean.
Thank you. Armando, what is the message you have for Venancio Mondlane on all this situation? What will be the message for Venancio and the people on the 23?
Yes, thank you, sir, about this question. What I think that Mr. Venancio must have as a message is that he have to continue challenging this
The regime.
our regime, our bad regime, and he must be strong enough so that he will save Mozambique.
Mm-hmm.
Because what will happening now? Yeah, it's that we don't need any more foreign people. We have to solve our problems here as Mozambican. We don't need any foreign country, because if Monjani was able to do what happened with Eduardo Monjani in times ago, I think maybe would take us as a solution, would make us as a solution. Because I think we need this kind of movement. Because what is happening in Mozambique, yeah, it's really terrible. You can't afford it. So what I suggest him is to continuing engaging people, continue engaging a kind of
the international community.
people, so that can help him together saving Mozambique.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mozambique is sold.
Yes, we have 1 minute, sister. Please.
We have a lot of angry Mozambicans. I am one of them. We're ready for fighting. We don't have to need anybody, actually. If we can have Putin to help us out, that would be very nice. Russia, because I heard that he was going to somehow help in some way. This is what I heard. I'm not so sure about that. And so anyway, he has us to protect him, to fight. We need to all go on the floor and chase these ones out. This is what we need to go. Mr. Venancio, please do not back down. We are ready to take the country.
Yeah, before we go, let me pass this advert in support of Venancio, please.
E o seu apoio facilmente para Venancio Mondlane via PayPal. 1. Faça login na sua conta do PayPal. Abra o aplicativo do PayPal ou acesse paypal.com e faça login com o seu endereço de e-mail e senha. 2. Selecione Enviar e Solicitar. No painel principal, clique na guia Enviar e Solicitar para iniciar a transferência. 3. Digite o endereço de e-mail. No campo do destinatário, digite venamondlane@gmail.com. 4. Introduzir o montante. Especifica a quantia de dinheiro que pretende enviar. Pode escolher a moeda ou utilizar a predefinição. 5. Escolha o tipo de pagamento. Selecione se está a enviar dinheiro como uma oferta pessoal, a pagar bens ou serviços ou a fazer um donativo. 6. Rever e confirmar. Verifique novamente os detalhes do e-mail do destinatário, montante e quaisquer taxas aplicáveis. 7. Concluir a transação. Receberá uma confirmação instantânea e o dinheiro será enviado de forma segura. Este país é nosso. Pela verdade, iremos até ao fim.
Okay, Antonia, thank you for being here with me. It was nice to talk to you at the Mo's talk show. I hope that people have listened and understood these conversations, Salt and Paper. These are series that we start. We hope to invite you again. It was nice.
Thank you for having me
I
here.
really,
Thank you for
really
having me here.
appreciate. But before we go, there's a question never dies. People want you to reply in 2 minutes if you can, and then you can say bye. Is where is the 70% of FRELIMO that never shows up?
Nobody's seen them at all. FRELIMO is even paying people that are voted for Financia to actually, those people, some of them are actually hungry. They have to put on the shirt and keep running on the streets. Nobody knows where the 70% is. They're not coming out. They're not saying a word. And the FRELIMO itself is all divided. Listen, they don't even know how they came up with the 70%. Don Matinha, the devil. The Don Matinha. Which church does he pray for? Actually, that's the question I have. Like, which church does he go to, Don Matinha? He's the devil
Good
that lies.
evening, good evening. Thank you. This is I am
Nobody knows
more.
what the 70% are. They're just like ghosts. Nobody knows. They're
Most
spirits.
Talk Show. Most Talk Show will come back again with this series, Mozambique Salt and Pepper Voice of Unheard. This was the first edition of the Voice of Unheard Salt and Pepper from Mozambique. Thank you very much. Kindly, thank you very much, you in particular, and your audience for being here.
Thank
And
you.
the people watching us, please subscribe and let's make this channel really a message what's going on in Mozambique in English, and people can at least a bit. That is the reason I call salt and pepper. Thank
That's
you.
right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.